Thank you, choir. May we all rise and honor the academic procession as they make their way in. Choir, please lead us in a song, Gaudia Musikitu.
Jubilee Thank you, choir. May I ask that we all rise again to honor the academic procession as they make their way into the venue. Choir, Kaude Amos, please continue. Thank you. By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Chancellor of University, Walter Sisulu, I declare this congregation open for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, I greet everybody in the house in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ndicela ivesi ezimbini bethu ulizalise nobona izwe lakowethu. And then we shall read a portion of scripture. I will say few words of wisdom and offer a prayer. And go to choir. Please stand. We may be seated. I read from a letter that was written by St. Paul while he was in prison. Incwadi yabaseFilipi, Philippians 3. I read verse 13. AmaFilipi isithathu ivesi yeshumi nesithathu endicela ukuthi uzuyigcine mhlawumbe yakunceda ngenye imini. Uthi ke, my brothers, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of the prize. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind, I strain towards what is ahead. Forgetting what is behind. Ndithi ndilibala okungemva. Ndibe ndiqunela kwengaphambili. So briefly today, this session, my simple word is that you cannot achieve anything in life if you carry grudges. Awunawenza nto ebomini ukuba ungumuntu ongaxoleliyo. And I guess sitting here, you have got a story of how you got here. Ungenzeka into yoba usenenqala katatakho owatshona engceni kufunwa imali ye-first year. So I charge you in the name of God to cancel loo nto. Because now you are here by the grace of God. Ndothuswe ngabantwana abathathu apha on the stage last session. Lathi kudadewethu esecanga kwam amadoda asengxakini. Bathi ka betsiba begqitha apha bajonge ngaba bathi mama. Andikamva umuntu othi tata. So amadoda lapha must note this. But anyway, my central point is, bantwana basekhaya, one of the key things when you are graduating is to shake off the past so that you can stretch to what is ahead. Going back and I narrated the story. I went to a bank in Net Bank. Ndingayazi apha Plaza or whatever place. So ndangena kolucango. Ndifuna livuleke olungaphambili lahlala lubomvu. So lo mntana ungaphambili ngaphakathi uthi kum ndixake uba angandivuleli nje into engxaki yakhe. She kept on doing this. Kanti olu cango aluvuleki lube green tent luvaleke olu lungemva. Ndibeke istand. So it was time now to remove his tent. Uba ufike apha waze wagiliswa i-boyfriend ye-first year, forget about that. This is another moment. And Paul says, continuous tense, this is one thing I do. Forgetting what is past, continuing. Forgetting what is past, I press on to what is ahead. So, bantwana bam, it is time to remove the heel from the door of the past so that ugreen avuleke ngaphambili. And may God bless you. Must stand us. And so, Lord, I raise my hand to thank you for bringing us back to this place. Thank you for traveling mercies. Usithwele sisuka kwindawo ngendawo wathwala naba bantwana weza nabo apha ngelixesha nabazali nezihlobo. Lihle igama lakho likhulu ngaphezu kwamanye amagama. And so, Lord, as we assemble this afternoon to honor and to celebrate these achievements, now we must go for phakathi kwethu. Bless each graduate that is going to mount this platform. Bless their homes. Bless the Vice-chancellor as she speaks to this group. Bless this institution. Sigcine, silondoloze. Uyigcine iWalter Sisulu University. Uyigcine ngamandla akho. Ide ibakhuphe bonke abantwana ekufuneka begqithe apha. Lord, thank you. Help us to forgive and to move forward. In the name of Christ. Amen.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth
Thank you to our beautiful choir. Good afternoon. I want to acknowledge the Chancellor in absentia. So I stand in for the Chancellor today. And also acknowledge the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngugai Tobi, and esteemed members of Council in absentia, members of the Executive Management Committee, the Convocation President in absentia, Dr. Lunga Mantashe, and members of the Convocation Executive Committee, members of the Student Representative Council, staff of University Walter Sisulu, our valued funders, partners and donors, friends of the university, parents, guardians and families and friends, distinguished guests joining us here and also virtually, and most importantly, the extraordinary class that's graduating today, the class of 2026, emanating from across our campuses through this graduation series, ceremonies. Once again, good afternoon. It is with profound humility and deep joy that I stand before you as a Vice-chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu, having assumed office at the beginning of this year. It's too soon after my inauguration, and it carries a special significance with its deep meaning of continuity and renewal, and also the meaning of promise. Nelson Mandela once reminded us that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Today, each of you holds that power as a lived reality shaped through discipline, through resilience, and intellectual growth. There's something profoundly African about this moment, as we can see here in this room. It is communal. It is intergenerational. It is filled with song, ululation, and collective pride. To the graduates, your success is not yours alone. It belongs to families, belongs to communities. It belongs to histories that carried you here. As an institution, we proudly declare ourselves an African university, not as a geographical label, but as a philosophical commitment. We stand for a vision of knowledge that is inclusive, that is plural, and deeply human. A vision that recognizes, as Kwame Nkrumah once articulated, that the independence of Africa is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. In our context, this liberation is intellectual. It is about reclaiming knowledge systems, embracing diversity, and shaping futures that are locally grounded and globally relevant. Graduates, you are now the storytellers of this vision. Tell stories that affirm dignity, that restore justice, that challenge inequality. Tell stories that imagine new possibilities for our country, for our continent, and our world. Wangari Maathai reminded us, it's the little things citizens do. That's what will make the difference. Your degree is not an end point, it is an instrument through which you will shape those little things that ultimately transform societies. Our university recognizes the importance of global scholarship in supporting a well-rounded graduate. We do this through our partnerships with the international community. We do this through the lecturers that are in our classrooms, online, through the networks that range or come from many countries around the world, from China, Brazil, UK, Europe, and from within our own continent. Through our research associates embedded in our faculties, they support you. Through the networks that we are subscribed to, we aim to further strengthen our presence in these networks to support you. Therefore, networking the networks themselves. During this graduation season, we celebrate over 6,100 graduates across campuses, including doctoral scholars, master's graduates, honors graduates, undergraduates, and a vibrant cohort of postgraduate achievers. We have a bunch of achievers. Each of you represents academic success and, most importantly, intellectual perseverance. Behind every one of you stands a powerful ecosystem: the lecturers, the supervisors, the administrators, support staff, the cleaners, the security personnel, institutional partners, each contributing to making this moment. To our staff, your work is not invisible. It lives on in every graduate we send into the world. To our parents and families, today is your graduation too. Your sacrifices, your faith, your unwavering support, these are woven into every certificate awarded here today. Halala graduates, halala. City halala. As you now join the convocation of this great institution, you enter a lifelong relationship with iUniversity Walter Sisulu. You carry its name, its values, its aspirations into every space that you will occupy. As you do so, I urge you to embody 3 enduring commitments: excellence with humility, knowledge with purpose, and success with social responsibility. In the spirit of renewal that defines this moment in our university's journey, I also invite you to align your lives with the great challenges of our time, those reflected in our institutional direction: building sustainable futures, advancing human and planetary health, and strengthening governance, leadership, justice, and democracy. These are the ambitions that are the work of your generation. The moment before you is luminous. The fireworks of your lives are indeed about to begin. Your qualification is not just a symbol, it's a spark. Each one of you carries within you the potential to ignite light in places of darkness, hope in spaces of despair, and progress where it is most needed. So I would like to say that today you are carrying a mandate, or you are being given a mandate to think deeply, to act justly, and to serve humanity with courage and conviction. So wherever you go, you're going to classrooms, to boardrooms, to laboratories, to courtrooms, to clinics and communities, carry this university with you. Carry its spirit of resilience, its commitment to justice, and its belief that knowledge must serve the public good. And when history calls your name, let it say, they did not just graduate, they mattered. Congratulations, class of 2026. Ukwanda kwaliwa, kumthakathi. Sithi makudede ubumnyama, kuvele kukhanya.
Madame Vice-chancellor, before I start, I must say thank you to the choir. The graduations today focus on both the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences and the Faculty of Natural Sciences. And the statistics for this afternoon's session read as follows. Diploma, 6. A bachelor degree, 3 years, 257. A bachelor degree, 4 years, 163. And a bachelor honors degree, 93. Our postgraduate diplomas are 25. Our master's degrees are 20, and our master's degrees professional are 18. And finally, we have 13 doctoral degrees professional to confer. So I'm very pleased to tell you that we have 595 conferment of degrees and diplomas today. Of those 595, 549 are just fantastic past graduates, but there are 46 who are going to receive graduate cum laude. Cum laude means with praise, so I do hope the audience praise when we have our cum laude students. But it means that the diploma or the degree is conferred on a candidate who has achieved an overall average of 75% in the examinations of that qualification. That is completed within the minimum time and has never failed a paper or module or sat any supplementary examination. So indeed, it is with praise. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I hereby declare that the candidates whose name appear in the official program have duly satisfied all the requirements. I have the honor to request that they may be presented to you for the conferring of degrees and the awarding of diplomas and certificates in their respective instructional programs. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the names of the candidates whose names appear in the program for the awarding of the Diploma in Pest Management. Fikeni Aseza, Janesse Lucy, Lucy Sandiso, Mtsotso Sisonke, Penny Asiphe, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics on the candidates whose names appear on the program. Charlie Luyanda, Jeke Olo, Libala Zetu, Mhlakaza ongezwa. Nenguza Seski Fulufelo. Songwaba Tando. Jinxi Lutando. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Statistical Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program. Mabapa, Mpo, Mahonya, cum laude. Okay. No one did it bunches along now, but Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Pengu apiwe. Buliba yamkela. Chauke Ntembo Hope. Kumalo Tabile Pretty. Dia Olwetu Pumsile. Memela Nosihle Anelisiwe. Mtolwana Natasha. Ngakeva siyasanga. Ngukumba busisiwe zini. Ponchi Papama. Ramatiti Tendani. Siguta Anazo. Sipiga Kuhle Charity. Okay. Spaitile apiwe. Cheleni Sandisiwe. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tabula Lisoletu Asekona. Kabasa Tetiwe. Madigizela Mongikazi. Mantandabuzo Samkelisiwe. Mayekiso Zivele. Alume Asongezwa. Sinono Simamkele. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Cetywayo Zandiswa. Chino Mona Richard Junior Nathan. Junda Olwam. Kamba Kanyisa. Kieme Awakwe. Luzipo Laiti. Mgwatyu Siniko. Moledi Atiso Johannes. Munwane Baliseng. Pule Karabo. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bam Amahle. Bulo Vuyelwa. Langazana Zukiswa Princess. Majiezi Esetu. Mahincho Apelele. Mankunzu Someleze. Mbaliso ayabulela. Mxekwa nam. Mpange Likho Siyabonga Junior. Mphetshwa Asemahle. Mnqamane Latita Lisakhanya. Nusane Lwethu. Ndlovu Zinzi Happiness. Nkala Makabongwe Thobeka. Nobedina Pamela. Ndaba Sindile. Ntuli Zamaphemba Alwande. Sajini Mbasa. Selemela Karabo Maumaku Malisela. Sidugwana Tamara. Chiane Mashupie Bafihlile. Chungu Chungu Asati. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Dalasile Kazimulo. Doje Kuleza. Anu Kamva. Khoza Sipiwe. Manji Kakamba. Mahambi Ababalwe. Mutluhi Matapelo. Mpange Musa. Ngeseki Tandazo. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pest Management on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Baba Siolise. Hlomza Akumile. Libazi Kwanele. Bagxalane zube nathi. Mancotywa Chuma Mbali. Manyoba Siphiwe Sihle. Mulifi Tsepo Wiseman. Mphakathi sanelisiwe. Msweli Minenhle. Nogaya Asanda. Nxele siyabonga. Siqandulo sincedile. Zangwa Nwabisa. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Butseke Sanele. Fusa Sinovuyo. Maisela Mbali Khanyisile. Mbambisa Khadilam Owami. Plaki Simnikiwe Khama. Sigagaza Avuyile.
Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Besita Pilasande. Lutho. Dlongolo Snelisiwe Valencia. Gyasi Abongile Spindile. Gaus Nalo. Jeme Lufefe. Kangeleni Zukiswa. Khosa Melinda Lucenda. Kuzwayo Sihle. Kholisi sesethu. Mafuna Mihlali. Maqaza Iviwe. Maledu Papalo. Manqana Emihle. Meth Anati. Matumba Anga. Mazizi Sianda. Mchunu Neliswa Lungelo. Mphansi Kamva. Mpheto Amogelang. Mpikwa Emihle. Mpongwana Philasande. Mqwashele Ongezwa. Mthwa akhona. Mvundla Samkelo. Mzamo Sive. Ndlovu Morgan Awakhiwe Junior. Ndlovu Nompumelelo Princess. Njomi Asisipho. Nketho siyamamkela. Nkuna Noluzuko Rifilwe. Noxoji Busi. Ntaka Lungiswa, Ntebe Kamvasiko, Ntenza Ntokozo Minenhle, Soshankana Kamagwini Asavela, Tasana Lina, Chingana Shobisa Shentela, Chona Nikita, Tsitsa Masibonge, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Boniswa Inga Inati, Andlovu Lilonke, Daliwonga Awetu, Duba Abongile, Kumede Tandeka, Kati Anelisa, Kera Sibongile, Kondlos Nenjongo, Kowa Sithembiso Gift, Makongolo Sipesihle, Makavana Charit Sambese, Makashalala Avela, Mbityana Zizo Masamkele, Mgauli Sipokazi. Mkhwanazi Asande Nothando Nokulunga. Mncwabe Sinothando Sithembele. Mthungatha Yanda. Mvumbi Unathi. Myaka Asiphe. Mzinda Talita. Mzingeli Lisakhanya. Ndudane Nonelela Unam. Ngwekazi Nokuphiwa. Nobhadula Zivele. Nomhani lukhona. Nyongo Nomaxabiso. Sima Amahle Victress. Simai Abenati. Sophazi Kamvelihle Onako. Thinto Acwengile. Toyana Mihlali. Charlie Ongezwa. Kamela Yola. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Medicine in Clinical Practice on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Botsane Lesedi, cum laude. Diko Kwazi. Dlakela abenathi. Dlamini Andile, cum laude. Dwayis Pumlile. Gonzana Sinokolo. Gquma mzi wethu. Kibi Avela. Komsana Bukho. Langa Pumzile, cum laude. Long Liema, cum laude. Matala Lonwabo, cum laude. Madiba Sixolile. Majege. Asive. Matlogonolo. Ndimakazi. Blessing. Cum laude. Majiza owethu cum laude. Makhala esihle. Mabato, Chantel. Mqhutywa Anelisa. Mthi wentombi aphindile. Ndevu Pretty. Ndum Malinge. Ngeu Cwenga. Ngishe Liseko. Nkambule, Tshwarelo, Nonjabulo, Kirabo. Nkosi, Charmaine, Nolwazi. Nomlala, Yonda, cum laude. Ntutuka, Elom. Sauhats Elizabeth Ausi. Sibisi Zethembiso Zuzile. Sinono Aliko Unami. Situma Lugobo. Stata Busisiwe. Tantiso Ahluma Fortunate. Tai Zwecha Ovayo. Thokoza Qhamani. Vumisa Nesiwe. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences in Medical Orthotics and Prosthetics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bangani Atobile. Tsenga Tabile. Tsenga Zimkita. Dlamini Kwandokuhle. Fetile Kwandile. Madolo Tumani. Manyana ayabonga. Mbadu Abenati. Mpodi Muendi. Mokhubuti Lehlohonolo. Mutseu Penyo. Nakin Tabang. Nakin Tabang, cum laude. Ngaka mnoleleli. Nkono mfana asive lisakhanya. Nolusu Queen Rihomotitswe. Noyo linamandla. Sadiki Tsireledzo. Tafirenyika Conscience. Vacha Tandile Nkosinathi. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Nursing on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bavu Babalwa. Dinga sibonokuhle. Dinwayo Solomzi. Gaga Anam. Gaga Anam cum laude. Zelu Bavuyile. Shomendlini Mosuli. Chiba Rose. Kubai, Patience, Ntwanano. Magushana Indipile. Makaula Liema. Makwede Pel Ayabonga. Manakaza Bulela. Masisi Nompumelelo Otsebeng. Mpexeshi Limnandi. Mdingi Zezethu. Mdlungu Mihle. Mgabadeli Minenhle. Mkhonde Mthunzi. Mphengula Sinovuyo. Mtengwane Fefekazi. Mtyingizane Nonopha. Cum laude. Ngukana Sesethu Sharon. Cum laude. Ndata Mikhulu. Nduli Samkelisiwe. Nganasa yakuluntu. Nqeketho yanga. Ntsimbi Mbali. Cum laude. Sakhile Zingisa France. Shabangu Tarulo Chantel. Silwana Lucanyo. Sinama Londeka. Sitende Indipile. Cum laude. Siwapi ababalwe avuyile. Sokani mihle. Chethe Sipho esihle. Chude asavela. Vayeke Pelokazi. Zanda zilungile. Zangwa Yandisa. Zweni Wendy.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery on the candidates whose name appeared on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Arab Jankelani. Badi Lungelo Miselo. Bans Nikita. Bungeni Klinache Nomvula. Bodrani Apiwe Gertrude. There you are. Bunu Patisa. Chacarisa Victoria. Yayo. Dayeni Kawekasi. Ducada Linamandla Sinesipo. Duacasa Kobisa Sama. Fipasa Viwe Simon. Gaula Apindile. Kabache Nonkululeko. Genu Tembani. Cuba Acora Verónica. Gubu Nonkolisi. Isla Emi Bicycle. Jacobs Lindre Winnet. Joao Florence Antonio. Kikomeko Nasosi Gertrude. Kwake Kanya Tisa Sisonke. Lefoka Mosa Neftali. Letele Cananello. Madela Entle. Maglangu Lindelo Legomo. Macabane Esigli. Maneke Ongesiwe. Mangayin Tinyiso Laisani. Matiwane King. Mavivane Sisanda. Mazibuko Anele Tracy. Mbebe Priti. Mbele Bulelani. Mbuku Sake. Glula Ayanda. Kribandaba Yolanda Emigli. Mambi Mbalentli. Mlauli Klanti Ukona. Molale Mpo. Mpepu Lerato Kimberly. Mramba Litabile. Msongelwa Solulele. Tinkulu Soleka. Mulovetsi Rotondwa Abigail. Musunju Anjengetso. Vengeña Esigle. Mvovo Kamva. Msileni Kama. Naidu Nicolas. Nakani Lita. Trekana Amanda. Ndamase Tato Isi Bongeka. Ngalo Ayanda. Kaweni Eligle. Ngobe Tembeka Nontrebo. Njenge Lukolo. Nkevu Asive. Kaini Isenati. Nodada Sinesipo. Non pucanes nesiwe perseverance. Cum laude. Non kula sindisiwe. nonke isana kanti, non tuana asenati anako, notiesi sonuabisile somila, ntaute Shaka Joseph, ntombelam kuseli, Krusani Sifiso Kugle, Nyawose Lucindiso, Osigwe Osigbeme Anthony Oluwasei, Pafa Anati, Pika Sanele, Kange Yanda, Koweni Masikobe, Jabe de Keketso, Rubushetando, Saunders Esigle, Setenani Sifikele, Sibuta Benati, Siglobo Ayabonga, Sishuba Immanuel Sango Lindo Kugle, Sio Amanda, Somdakaka Sipindo, Stak Semigla, Suleiman Mohamed Rizan, Swei Lina, Favani Malibongwe, Vika Asive, Vilakasi Nobugle, Zide Valentle, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of postgraduate diploma in chemical pathology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Malingwe Emigle. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of postgraduate diploma in health promotion on the candidates whose names appeared on the program.
Is it green?
Okay. Boy Simasa. Handu Sukiswa Benedictor. Flope Pumelele Precious. Yes, cum laude, of course. Cum laude. Gianna Bullo. Troara Otembela. Kutuana Anati. Matio Fana Tandile. You're waiting for me. Mkokwana Kwako Likakambe. Cum laude. Ningi Lunga. Msijane Nomadei. Njisane Nolufefe. Sirai Sezona. Sondlo Owetu, cum laude. Chona Litemba. Tucheni Noavisa. Tatiana Sipesigle, cum laude. Jekane Apiwe Kaya. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences Honors in Medical Microbiology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Madumo Tabang. Manika Madeleine Kosi. Waiting for cum laude. Mlandu Sisipiwe. Morale Valerie. Damase Nande. Leven Gazivini. Cum laude. Nolusu Abenati. Nonconjana Mihlali Kurian. Nontlanga Lisecaña. Rumalo Evidence Londiwe. Somjobo Janga. Sonka Bulela, cum laude. Zamklaka Ongezizwe. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Physiological Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the...
I hereby confer the degree.
Balekam Lwande Dion, cum laude. Bukali Melikaya Mohao, cum laude. Kailisa Sipumelele Matilda, cum laude. Yamangile Zuko. Mafanya Afika Abusiwe, cum laude. Machoai Boitumelo Kotsasana Toloana, cum laude. Mlana Anam, cum laude. Huile Lindelua Mieni. Pacade Unati Sandisiwe, cum laude. Sanka Okwan Nsika, cum laude. Zingari Kumakasi, cum laude.
Okay. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science honors in botany on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
Confer the degree.
Sasekile Bonga. That's good. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science honors in chemistry on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Gweta Asemahle. Gwiji Tabiso. Mieni Innocent. Sikoloza Ayabong. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science honors in computer science on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bambeni, Qika. Chalana apiwe. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science honors in geography on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Dlamini Yamkela. Tsanibe Yanga. Kumede Tobeka Nomfundo. Hlati Zinhle. Lufundo Tina. Mbopha Balungile. Mkabela Kosiphayo Prince. Mqina Mpendulo. Mthembu Asanda Shalin. Asanda. Mzola Thenjiswa. Nkai Uviwe. Shabangu Nompilo Nonhle. Sheyibu Mnandi. Tyabule Yanga. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Mathematics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Jili Ntobeko. Magaza Xolani. Msiya Iviwe. Papane Songo. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Lehula Amohela. Mjikeliso Alizwa. Malinge Siqhamo. Quba Sisipho. It's not yours. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Zoology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Cockman Luvo Bradley. Gwala Jalenshia Zamagwala. Kali Uviwe Agionke. Manakele Sihle. Nyatheli Liema Yonela. Monkey Abulele. Mtembu Andile Chantel. Tsautse Hlomphehang. Where are we? Yeah. Sorry, the citations. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Just wait. Hasheni Tabo. His dissertation was synthesis and characterization of nitrogen chemohydrazide derivatives, amidation of quinoline hydrazide, and cinnamic acid derivatives by Mukayana coupling reagent. Ufundele iyeza leswekile. Nonkubela Francie Galina Matola. Before us, Madam Vice-Chancellor, the supervisors' apologies were W. Mashamba and Dr. T. Ngavuma. Now we have Matola Nonkubela, Francie Lana. Her dissertation was on chemical composition, environmental impact, and economic potential of citrus clementina and citrus linon waste from Pedi and Fort Beaufort in Eastern Cape, South Africa. Ufunde ngencindi yamaxolo we-orange. The supervisors were Dr. A.O. Oyedeji, Dr. Y.S. Hosu, Dr. S.A. Kuria, and Professor O.O. Oyedeji, and Dr. G.M. Mia. Fonchobane Zugisani Azola. The dissertation is an in vitro screening of extracts of plants that are used as traditional cancer treatment and activity-guided isolation of active crude extracts. The supervisor was Dr. T. Ngavune, ufundele ngeyeza lomhlaza. Master of Science, we skip this one. So lapha Imakis. CP up. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
You're late. I hereby confer the degree.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor that you confer the degree of Masters in Physics for the candidates who appear on the program. What's your name?
The degree.
Nzamela Nangamso was supervised by Dr. B. Magunje and Dr. M.R. Maseme. Her dissertation was Surface and Electrical Properties of High Energy Milled Silicon Nanoparticles. Ufunde ngempawu zembuzane zesilicon. Where are we? Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Science in Zoology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Tuma Zenande was supervised by Professor I. Yekwayo and Professor T. Muabu. Her dissertation was Conto Ridges as potential refugees for ants, beetles, and spiders in maize and soybean. Ufunde ngekhontolo zokuthintela izilwanyana ezincinci emboneni.
Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Science in Medical Microbiology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kondlo Sinazo. The dissertation was human papilloma virus genotype landscape across cervical cytology grades and impact of HIV among women of Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. The supervisor is Professor Z.A. Mbulawa. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Science in Physiological Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Aka Ebeneza Yawo Elikem. His dissertation was an assessment of the cardiometabolic and microvascular status of pre-eclamptic women from the Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. Supervisors, Professor P.N. Nke Chungang, Professor C.R. Siwan Rusike, co-supervisors, Dr. N. Kubuntaba and Dr. C. Pusinge. Thuma Mabuto, his dissertation assessing cardiometabolic health of neonates born from pre-eclamptic pregnancies in Mthatha, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor P.N. K. Chungang, co-supervisor, Professor C.R. Siwan Rusige, Dr. C. Pusinge, and Dr. N. Kubuntaba. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine specializing in chemical pathology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Sifuba Patiswa. Her dissertation was on evaluating the quality control performance of an Eastern Cape clinical chemistry laboratory using 6 sigma metrics. Supervisor, Professor E. Blanco, a co-supervisor, Dr. P. Charlie Matsao. Vice-chancellor, I think it's important for me to inform you in this regard. This is the first pathology to be produced of the Eastern Cape cluster. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Medicine specializing in orthopedic surgery on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Nzamela Kanyiso. His dissertation was 1 year mortality rate, post-delayed operation, neck of femur fracture at Bedford Orthopedic Hospital in the Eastern Cape, South Africa, a cross-sectional study. Supervisors, Dr. Ben Salem, co-supervisors, Professor Omdik Kadenas and Dr. L. Ngweni. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine in Family Medicine on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Akinol Hugbe Olukboyega Olamoyewa. Dissertation, knowledge, attitudes and practices of nurses in primary health care on pre-exposure prophylaxis of HIV in Mhlonhlo sub-district of OR Tambo, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor P. Yogiswaran, co-supervisor, Professor O. Adelege. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Boto Tabita. A dissertation is knowledge and awareness of cervical cancer, human papilloma virus, and HPV vaccination amongst women attending health facilities in East London, South Africa. Supervisor is Dr. Nondumiso Ngola. Hulumeni Jacqueline Nomakolwa. A dissertation, outcomes of medical management of ectopic pregnancy at Frere Hospital from January 2017 to December 2022, a clinical audit. Supervisor is Dr. N. Ngola, co-supervisors Dr. M. Fekechane and Dr. U. Mbeu. Kongwana Nangamso. Her dissertation, factors associated with a successful vaginal birth after cesarean section at Frere Hospital. Supervisor, Dr. N. Ngola. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine in Pediatrics and Child Health on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Beja Simtandile Pagama. A dissertation, prevalence, causes, risk factors, and complications associated with gastroenteritis disease in children less than 5 years admitted at Nelson Mandela Academic Hospital. Supervisor, Professor Z. Makhetleni. Gonya Sitembinkosi Manyoni. A dissertation, Survival, Mortality and Causes of Death in Extremely Low Birth Weight Neonates from January 2020 to February 2025 at Freya Hospital. Supervisor, Dr. I. Michaelis. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine in Psychiatry on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chona Tandeka Thelma. A dissertation, Anxiety and Alcohol Use among Medical Interns. Prevalence and Predictors in Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Supervisor, Professor Z. Zingela, Co-Supervisor, Dr. Y. Tunga. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Medicine in Surgery on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Malongwe Siyabonga. A dissertation, Prevalence of Esophageal Cancer in the Eastern Cape, seen in Mthatha, a 2-year retrospective study. Supervisor, Dr. L. Mtimba. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Master of Public Health on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bly Velisa Lawrence. Dissertation, Awareness and Uptake of HIV Pre-Exposure Prophylaxis among students of selected nursing and TVET colleges in OR Tambo District, South Africa, a cross-sectional study. Supervisor, Professor O. Oladimeji, co-supervisor, Professor S. Mabunda. Bobokyani Kanyani. A dissertation evaluating healthy lifestyle interventions among medical laboratory scientists in selected public laboratory facilities in the Eastern Cape Province. Supervisor, Professor O. Oladimeji, co-supervisor, Professor S. Mabunda. Goso Ntombedinga Tili. Dissertation, Exploring Nursing Students' Experiences of the COVID-19 period at Public Health Nursing College in the Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Ms. N. Sitole. Lutotswana Luviwe. A dissertation, Assessment of the Effects of Selected Constructs of the Social Cognitive Theory in Determining Successful Exclusive Breastfeeding among Black Youth in KST. Supervisor, Professor S.C. Nomachila. Mkize Sanelisiwe Rosemary. Her dissertation, Trends in Morbidity, Mortality, and Predictors of Admission Outcomes for Childhood Pneumonia in a Central Hospital in OR Tambo District Municipality. Supervisor, Ms. M.K. Nanjo, co-supervisor, Dr. L. Godlimpi. Nala Nomvuiso, a dissertation, Epidemiology and Maternal-Fetal Outcomes of Preeclampsia at a rural tertiary hospital, Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Ms. M.K. Nanjo, co-supervisor, Dr. L. Kodlimpi. Patlana Sipogazi, Michelle. A dissertation, Observed Hospital Management Involvement in the Implementation of Clinical Governance Activities in 2 South African provinces. A supervisor, Professor S. Mabunda, co-supervisors, Professor W.W. Trita, and Mr. O.R. Mnyaga. Tom Moseneke Malitwane Violet. A dissertation, Assessment of Modifiable Lifestyle Factors Influencing Diabetes Control in Maluti Adventist Hospital in Lesotho. Supervisor, Professor S.C. Nomachila. Muke Baibande, a dissertation, prevalence and factors associated with tobacco use among adults attending selected healthcare facilities in the OR Tambo District, Rural Eastern Cape, South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. Guillermo Alfredo Pulido Estrada. Madam Vice-chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Health Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Anozi Ifyoma Edith, I would like to ask the supervisors to come forward to read the citation. The supervisors are Dr. D. Abava, co-supervisor, Professor T.R. Apalata.
Thank you, Prof.
Start here.
The thesis title, Intervention to Prevent Recurrent Intestinal Parasitic Infections.
among people living with HIV in selected areas of the Eastern Cape, South Africa. Ifeoma Edith Anoze is a public health researcher with interdisciplinary training in history, management, and advanced qualifications in HIV/AIDS management that culminates in the Master of Philosophy. Her interdisciplinary thesis is committed to addressing complex health challenges in resource-limited settings. The body of work has resulted in 2 peer-reviewed publications and 3 manuscripts currently under review, thereby advancing knowledge and having clear implications for policy, practice, and future research in low and middle-income settings. Using a mixed method, quasi-experimental design, the study identified a high baseline prevalence of parasitic infections with Ascaris rumbricoides as the dominant parasite. The intervention demonstrated meaningful clinical improvements, including significant reductions in viral load and significant increases in CD4 counts within the sample population, even though there was no significant difference in the infection rates. The economic evaluation confirmed cost effectiveness at the primary healthcare level. The doctoral research demonstrates that integrated interventions combining routine screening, targeted antiparasitic treatment, improved water, sanitation, and hygiene, and patient-centered health education significantly reduced recurrence of intestinal parasitic infections among people living with HIV. The study further identified adherence to ART, environmental conditions, and socioeconomic factors as key determinants of infections, highlighting the need for sustained community-based prevention strategies to improve long-term health outcomes in resource-limited settings. A scalable framework for managing parasitic infections among people living with HIV in resource-limited settings was therefore developed.
The Vice-chancellor, we present to you Dr. Anoze Ifeoma Edith. Londani Mukhetwa. Supervisors, please come forward. The supervisors are Professor O. Oladimeji, co-supervisor Professor C.R. Siwan Rusige.
Congratulations. Thank you, Prof. This is the summary of the work for Dr. Londani, whose thesis title was Statistical Modeling of Tobacco Use and Behavior Among Adolescents and Young Adults in South Africa. The study used population-based and mixed methods approaches to generate evidence for context-relevant tobacco control strategies. It examined the prevalence, patterns, determinants, and cessation behaviors of tobacco use among South African youth
He analyzed nationally representative data from the Global Youth Tobacco Survey, nested with qualitative interventions among university students. He applied advanced methods, including meta-analysis, regression modeling, latent class analysis, and thematic analysis. The findings from his study revealed a pooled tobacco use prevalence of 22%, with a higher use among males, significant exposure to second-hand smoke, and emerging risks among never smokers, influenced by peers and family. Distinct patterns of multiple product use and barriers to cessation were also identified. The research makes a significant contribution to strengthening tobacco control policy, youth-focused intervention in South Africa. Key recommendations include enforcement of smoke-free policies and the expansion of tailored youth-friendly cessation support. Dr. Londani Mkhetho.
Mbongozi, Olani, Bethwell. Yes, Charles.
Members of protocol at the back, allow guests to exit to avoid stampede. It's late.
The supervisors are Professor G.A.P. Buga, Professor S. Galloway. Co-supervisors are Dr. C. Pusinge and Professor A. Hunter.
Kolani Bethel Mbongozi is an obstetrician and gynecologist born in Mzikulu, deeply passionate about advancing maternal care, conducted this thesis to examine how central blood pressure, peripheral blood pressure, and cardiovascular biomarkers are associated with maternal complications in hypertensive disorders of pregnancy. Employing a systematic review, cross-sectional clinical study, and clinical survey, this research demonstrated that arterial stiffness remains elevated after 6 weeks post-delivery in women with previous hypertensive disorders of pregnancy. While central blood pressure showed a strong correlation with peripheral blood pressure, demonstrated superiority in identifying those that are at high risk of complications. Women who experienced complications had significantly higher central blood pressure and cardiac biomarker levels. Moreover, surveyed clinicians acknowledged the benefit of integrating cardiac biomarkers into preeclampsia management strategies. This thesis provides important evidence supporting the integration of central blood pressure and cardiac biomarker into risk stratification and complication prediction in hypertensive disorders of pregnancy. Notably, this body of work has produced 5 published articles in accredited journals, reflecting both its academic value and clinical relevance. The findings contribute meaningfully to improving maternal outcomes and having potential implications for clinical practice, guidelines, and health system strengthening. Madam Vice-Chancellor, behold Dr. Mbongozi.
Nomachila, Zanel, Benedict. The supervisors, Professor T.R. Apalata, co-supervisors, Professor R. O'Donnelly, and Professor Sembro. I will ask Professor Nomachila to come read the citation.
Zanele Benedict Nomachila is a social worker with vast clinical social work experience in health and higher education sectors. She was born in Ngwavuma in the northern KZN. Her co-tutel thesis between Walter Sisulu and the University of Stirling produced 3 published articles in accredited high-impact journals and 2 manuscripts currently under review, thereby contributing to the growing body of knowledge on HIV and life after viral suppression in Africa. The success of ART has transformed HIV from a deadly health condition into a chronic and manageable condition, enabling people living with HIV to achieve viral load suppression speedily. This mixed method doctoral project systematically investigated multifaceted determinants of quality of life beyond viral load suppression, thereby shifting the focus beyond the biomedical model of care to a person-centered, comprehensive, and inclusive care model. It provides the first evidence for the fourth 90 in a high-burden, resource-limited African setting. Findings showed that viral load suppression is an insufficient indicator of overall well-being. It further identified a disconnection between critical services, that family support and living conditions correlated with poor quality of life, and that the environmental domain was an integral indicator of quality of life. Socio-economic status and healthcare access were indispensable enablers of excellent self-rated health. Critical policy reforms and program redesign, mental health integration, substance use, person-centeredness, and a multidisciplinary approach are needed as an integral part of standard HIV and practice for people living with HIV beyond viral load suppression, not only to live longer, but with dignity and improved quality of life. This doctoral project advances HIV care by offering an actionable framework for improved quality of life beyond viral load suppression. Manene na manenekazi, ndinikela kuni ugqirha Zanele Benedict Nomachila.
Nontamo siyakudumisa. Supervisor Professor E.J. Ndebia, co-supervisor Dr. A.N. Madolo.
Sia Notamo, a public health practitioner from Mandlovini village near Umtata in the Eastern Cape, was driven to do this research by what it witnessed daily at his work at TB Care, South Africa. While patients newly diagnosed with HIV, beginning treatment with hope, only to fall out within few months, particularly in rural areas with limited resources. This research has produced 2 published papers in an accredited journal, while a third is under review. Through a randomized controlled trial involving 142 newly diagnosed persons living with HIV, supported by a comprehensive literature review and qualitative implementation analysis, this research developed and tested a new structural procedure that combines same-day treatment, initiation with counseling, patient navigation, and community-based follow-up, compared with the standard approach. Patients who received this intervention were significantly more likely to remain in care, achieve viral suppression, and stay connected to the health system. These theses offer a practical, evidence-based tool to strengthen HIV treatment delivery in South Africa, with a meaningful implication for health policy and program design in communities that need it the most. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, we present to you Dr. Siyakutumisa Nontamo. By Mzolisi Abednego, Supervisor, Professor T.R. Apalata, and Co-Supervisor, Dr. D. Abava.
The title of the thesis is Longitudinal Macroanalysis of Social Determinants of Health and their Impact on HIV Prevalence and the Nutritional Deficiencies in Sub-Saharan Africa. So Dr. Pai's doctoral thesis that I gave the title demonstrates exceptional intellectual rigor and the methodological sophistication. The study integrates advanced econometric techniques, including panel autoregression, distributed lag modeling, panel Granger causality, vector error correction modeling, structural equation modeling, and Driscoll-Cray robust diagnostics to examine the dynamic relationship between social determinants of health, HIV prevalence, and the nutritional outcomes across sub-Saharan Africa. Complemented by primary data from rural communities in Nigeria and South Africa, the research provides rich, multi-level insight into how income, education, and employment contribute to reductions in HIV prevalence over time, while improved income and access to healthcare significantly mitigate nutritional deficiencies. The study further elucidates the complex pathways linking social condition, nutrition, and perceived HIV-related symptoms. This project reflects not only academic excellence, but also a deep commitment to advancing knowledge that addresses critical health challenges in resource-constrained countries. And it resulted in four publications.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, we would like to present to you Dr. Pai. Pillay Charmaine Devney. The supervisors, Professor C.R. Siwan Rusige, co-supervisor, Dr. S.N. Ganyuza.
Dr. Pilay's thesis is entitled The Exploration of Occupational Burnout of the Health Profession Academics at Walter Sisulu University in the Eastern Cape. The PhD qualitatively explored occupational burnout among health sciences academic staff at Walter Sisulu in response to limited attention to burnout in an under-resourced developing context. The study utilized interviews and focus group discussions, followed by thematic analysis to examine the nature, causes, and effects of burnout. The findings showed significant burnout levels characterized by emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced personal accomplishment. Factors contributing to burnout included excessive workloads, administrative burdens, inadequate institutional support, limited resources, and pressure to meet research outputs. Hey, ndikhona apha. Cultural and institutional stigma surrounding mental health, especially among male academics, is perceived as a weakness, thus discouraging them from seeking help, leaving many academics to cope in isolation. Several recommendations were made for the institutional interventions. She concluded that burnout is a critical occupational health issue requiring urgent attention. Thank you.
Madam Vice-chancellor, I would like to present to you Dr. Charmaine Devni Pillay, our first faculty officer to hold a PhD. Otoyi Ntombesithathu. Supervisor, Dr. A.N. Madolo. Over to you.
The thesis title for Dr. Ntombesithathu Otoyi is Development of a Boundary-Based Confidentiality Training Program for professional nurses involved in HIV prevention, treatment, and care services at OR Tambo District Municipality in the Eastern Cape Province. She holds a BK from Northwest University, MK from Walter Sisulu University. She served in senior nursing positions within the health system. Her thesis addressed her concerns about patients who were lost to follow-up and later admitted with HIV-related complications in rural settings of the Eastern Cape. This research project produced 2 articles published in DHEAD accredited journals and 2 manuscripts currently under review. Her thesis employed a qualitative, exploratory, descriptive, and contextual design to evaluate existing confidentiality guidelines relevant to HIV management in primary healthcare within OR Tambo District Municipality with the intention to develop an intervention. Findings revealed that there were gaps in confidentiality enforcement in the studied health facilities. Resource shortages, limited knowledge, negative attitudes, and lack of training among certain categories of health providers were reported as major contributors to the lack of confidentiality across the facilities. Social-cultural practices also influenced the confidentiality levels, thus signifying the need for regular in-service training on guidelines, enhancement on problem-solving skills to manage breaches of confidentiality and addressing resource gaps. Based on these insights, a conceptual framework to guide the tailored training program was developed. This is intended to improve nurses' knowledge, enhance skills, and improve attitudes regarding confidentiality, ultimately enhancing patient retention to HIV care. This thesis insights can further inform curriculum enhancements and support future research initiatives. Here is Dr. Otto.
Dr. Ntombesithathu Kotoyi.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Natural Sciences on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Pomela Abongile was supervised by Professor Okute, who's going to read the citation. Please don't say we give you doctor at the end. You don't.
Mr. Bomela Bongile, thesis title reads as follows: The effect of rooibos Aspalathus linearis extracts on growth performance, blood parameters, and tissue nutrient composition of Mozambique tilapia. This research assessed the potential of fermented and green rooibos extracts as functional feed additives in Mozambique tilapia cultured under recirculating aquaculture system. The study demonstrated that rooibos supplemented diets significantly improved growth performance, food conversion efficiency, hematological health, and fillet protein composition while reducing lipid accumulation. Green rooibos extract was confirmed as non-toxic and genoprotective under culture-induced stress. The findings support rooibos as a sustainable plant-based alternative to enhance aquaculture productivity and feed affordability.
Thank you very much. Is that yours as well? Buso Siagubonga. Proceed.
Buso's thesis title reads as follows: Sustainable Environmental Practices, the case of sanitation systems in rural areas of King Sabata Dalidiebo, local municipality, South Africa. This study evaluated the sustainability of sanitation systems in rural KSD municipality using household surveys and community-based assessments, applying the WHO and UNICEF sanitation ladder and environmental justice framework. The research found that ventilated improved pit toilets were preferred in water-scarce areas, while open defecation remained prevalent above national levels. Key barriers included poverty, unemployment, hygiene risks, social stigma, etc. The study proposes community-led planning, improved financing, and adoption of waterless and biogas sanitation technologies to enhance rural sanitation resilience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Masugu Sizwe Jackson Clement. Supervisor Professor Msomi. Please read. Please read the citation, Prof. Thank you. You don't say I present doctor.
The study synthesized and characterized mixed and rare earth doped nanoferrites using a technique known as glycothermal method to investigate the structural, magnetic, and electron spin resonance properties. The research identified a novel low-field microwave absorption phenomenon in the substituted ferrite nanoparticles that the candidate investigated. This enhances the understanding of electron spin dynamics in nanoscale magnetic materials. Results indicated strong potential for application in microwave devices, sensors, communication systems, and medical diagnostics. The study advances nanoferrites design for high-frequency and low-field technological applications. Please allow me to, Please allow me to congratulate the candidate. He's one of those students that works without supervision. I really enjoyed working with him. Wish him luck.
Without supervision.
Yes.
No, sit. Nkohla Naledi. The supervisor, Dr. Laza, will read the citation. You don't say I present doctor until he's confirmed.
Molweni. Unaledi Nkohla, his thesis title was Variation in Invertebrate Communities Associated with a Colonial Radiata Holdfast along the southeast coast of South Africa. This study investigated the macroinvertebrate diversity associated with a colonial radiata holdfast across intertidal rock pools and subtidal gullies within protected and non-protected coastal areas. The research revealed higher invertebrate diversity in marine protected areas, with polychaetes demonstrating or dominating the rock pools and the crustaceans prevalent in the gullies. Community structure was driven by holdfast topography, holdfast morphology, sediment type, and nutrient availability. This first South African study provides baseline data for kelp associated biodiversity and informs conservation and marine spatial management.
Guys, you must tell me. Tell me, are we done? Yes.
Let me take this opportunity and greet the office of the Chancellor, Umam Gobot, the office of the VC, Umzali, and the DVCs at large, the office of the EMC, E-Council, the office of E-Convocation, the management at large, down to the cleaners, everyone, every protocol observed. Standing before you is Tembele Jalubana, the Premier of Mtata Campus. It's a great honor to be offered this opportunity to speak during a graduation because the moment is very rare. We celebrate less and suffer more. For abazali emakhaya nabazali abaphakathi kwethu ndicela ukubulela kuqala kuni nina nithathe ithuba nazo support abantwana benu. It gives a lot of impression to a student who suffered sleepless nights. Xa abazali bezofika bazothi congratulations. I will give this to each and everyone othi bendibawela bomzali wami bekhona but ngenxa yentando kaThixo udecidele ukumthatha. Ndithi umzali wakho ukujongile nawe awukho wedwa. This message goes to abazali, which are the parents that are now categorized as the middle class, but are the most suffering parents in the system that is drafted by the South African government. The middle class is contributing to tax, but their students or their children, they do not benefit from the funding that the tax contributes to. I think they are double taxed, but it's the topic of another day. For now, we are here to celebrate. Otherwise, we acknowledge your struggle and we recognize you. We celebrate you, Bazali. Ningasingami. Keep on buying us groceries, renting us rooms, buying us clothes so that we can at least be something in future. Don't give up on us. We are doing it for you. This message goes to graduates. It's not easy. I think it's more difficult for the first generation, at least if you have someone to look up to. But when you are the first generation, it becomes more complex for you because failure seems like the end of the road. You've never failed before. You come to the institution, you fail, you have to repeat the same study level, and back home they're expecting you to graduate in record time. It's another story, but here we are celebrating summer, even cum laude, even though we were attending classes, leaving empty fridges back at home, even though we were attending classes, living in conditions that are not conducive. Some were suffering the oppression that they cannot share with anyone, but through all odds, they managed to make it. So I think it's a great honor to celebrate them today as they are being explored or they are being exposed to the situation now that is more real. There is no funding outside. The world starts to be realistic now. To all graduates that were surviving through funding and now they have to go back home, I wish they can learn to adapt, that at times the situations won't be the same. Now you will have to provide even though you don't have anything. Going back home to the situations that we left, hoping to change, but the reality of the matter is we are being awarded qualifications here, not employment. We're still going to the unemployment rate that is very high. The graduates of today are contributing to that, and it's a reality of the matter. I wish we can draft a system, but it will take the collective from our professors to doctorate down to our undergrads. It will take everyone to contribute in drafting the system that will at least make our graduates be employable, because the system that we are studying today doesn't guarantee us employment. Instead, it creates more depression when the situation back home you are being referred to as someone who's not giving any support or immoral to a student, a learner as a high school or as a primary, because you've studied and graduated but awuphangeli uhlala ekoneni ucela i-2 yecuba ucela i-20 yokuyothenga utywala. So you are being a nobody even though you have a qualification. The challenge that I think idinga mna, idinga umntu omtsha ekhaya, idinga every graduate today is the challenge of debt clearance. We're suffering the most. I think 90% of graduates today, bazawuphuma bephethe i-transcript, izetifiketi zabo are withheld. They are within the system of the institution, and they won't be released until they clear their debts. For them to get employment, they are required to produce a certificate. It becomes a different problem. But it's not the end of the road. We can challenge everything. The government system requires us to voice out so that they can provide. So if we speak in one voice to say down with debt and withholding of certificates, at least we as South Africans, we will pay, even if it's through tax, that if the government cleared your certificate and then you will be taxed more compared to someone who cleared their debts, it's fine, but we will pay back the money. We won't run away. We are South Africans, we have been identified here. So sicela nje ukusebenzisana sinikwe certificates zethu siyokhangela ngazo imisebenzi. But more especially certificate, a degree that we are holding today, it's not guaranteed that our first job will require it. It might happen that you will get employed ngokuba nguwe. So ingaske ungathi xa unika umsebenzi uthi you have a qualification, therefore you won't take this one because you qualified for that one. Take everything. Your degree will get you along the way. At least you have something to wait with than someone who's waiting with nothing at hand. The most important message that I want to share with our graduates today is that in as much as we all write CVs and make them clean and clear, we give our background of experience and tabulate everything, we attach every document. It's not guaranteed that we're gonna be employed. We don't need paper CVs. We need this important CV that is someone sitting next to you today, the networking one. Align yourself with people who can uplift you in future, who sees potential in you. And those people are everyone who's next to you, your support system, even the people that you look down to. Be vigilant that one day you might need them, and when you need them, it will be you begging. So start today networking with everyone. It's important to say, Molo, ndandifunda nawe, at least you have a good relationship. Ndicela xa kukhona space emsebenzini wakho undisharele link nami ndizaw-apply, refer me to your boss, than to say we've met in the institutions of higher learning and we created a very bad relationship. I can no longer refer you to anyone because that one is a danger. You're creating someone who will be dangerous to the society because that person won't be employed and start to think of alternative ways of making money, which will then be crime. So to avoid crime, let us share links, let us share opportunities, let us share everything. Some of these graduates are offered an opportunity to further their studies. They are without funding. If you have a room, at least share with them. If you have food, at least share with them so that they don't see the possibilities of them being doctors fading away. Ndicinga uba ubunzima xa sibambisene bulula kunobunzima bomntu ohamba yedwa endleleni. Ilishwa leloba kulo mhlaba siphila kuwo, we never promised anything, possible ways of we're gonna make it easy. Everything we fight for. We fight for economic emancipation, we fight for employment, we fight for equality. When we're fighting, we're not fighting anyone but the system. And the person who drafted the system, at times, it was beneficial, but today it's suffocating us because we have more graduates, less jobs. Let us then go back to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is every idea that you have in mind that can make imali for wena nabantwana bakho. It doesn't need to be a brand associated with ShopRite, Spa, and every other successful business. Anything that you think of selling, start selling it. It might happen that you will be a game changer one day. You will be the one employing us. Thank you very much.
In the interest of time, allow me to say all protocol observed. Standing before you is Sandy Swam Golozeli, a Convocation Executive member. Walter Sisulu Convocation wishes to congratulate you on your graduation and extends best wishes for your future endeavors. You graduate at an interesting time in the university. Walter Sisulu has a new Vice-chancellor, a new brand, new identity, and therefore a new spirit. It is our hope that you embody the newness and the excellence which Walter Sisulu continues to pursue. Walter Sisulu Convocation is the home of all graduates of this university. The Convex, as led by Dr. Mandashe, has an important role, both as ambassadors and in helping the university raise funds. Convocation has chosen to engage in fundraising for a course that has social impact in the lives of graduates, particularly those who cannot repay their fees and can't access their certificates. Walter Sisulu Convex has already placed the matter of student and graduate debt on the national platform. It is now being discussed in the AUC, which is the Association of University Convocations. AUC is the structure that speaks in one voice on all matters affecting graduates in the country, from graduate debt to curricula, unemployment, and entrepreneurship. As part of our ongoing efforts, we have asked the university to meet graduates halfway, inviting businesses and individuals to contribute. Later this year, we'll continue to host the iWS Convocation Half Marathon for fundraising. It is just unfortunate that some graduates have left, but we will be running a campaign wherein we invite graduates to participate in the marathon, and whoever wins first, second, or third, we will clear their debt. We invite you to contribute as little as 20 rands per month into the graduate fund, using the account details provided at the back of the graduation booklet. Your contribution will go a long way. Little by little fills the measure. Once again, congratulations and welcome to our community. Stay connected and engaged. For those graduates that are still in the room, you did receive an SMS with a survey. Kindly respond to that survey so you can stay engaged so that we know where you are and what you need. Thank you so much.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, allow me to start by thanking those who are still in the room for staying. I think the PhD candidates appreciate the audience that they did have. And thank you very much to the academics as well as anyone else in the audience for staying. We do appreciate it, and we do apologize that our timing went wrong and the other graduates had to leave. But thank you. My job is the word of thanks, and Vice-Chancellor, I thought I would start there. I then need to thank Bishop Mbete for his message of shake off the past and walk freely, unburdened into the future. Thank you. The Vice-Chancellor, for your profound words of encouragement, inspiration, upliftment, and hope. Thank you. To Prof. Peter, Prof. Blanco, and Prof. Mordi, who did such a sterling job on reading out the names of your faculties, thank you as well. Premier of Mtato, as well as the Convocation executive member, thank you for your messages. Yes, debt is terrible. Hope is always ahead of us, and let us rather concentrate as well on having financially active graduates, not necessarily employed graduates. So yes. To the families and friends and everyone who's online, thank you. To the academics of the faculty who have worked through thick and thin assignments, assessments, and the good stuff and the bad stuff, thank you for your part. For the ecosystem that the VC was referring to, and I forget people, I'm sorry. It includes council, includes EMC, includes the DVCs, includes all the units that are academic support, includes the library, includes the administration, the registrar's office, it includes all those. Thank you to that ecosystem, including the cleaners and the security. Special word to the registrar and his team, as well as to MCD and their team. They know how important what they do is, both for today and behind the scenes through the years of the student walk. With that, I just want to end with thanking the choir, who are actually going to help us to finish the ceremony on a dignified note. A celebration without song is not a celebration, and so I want to acknowledge the choir and their angelic voices. A couple of announcements. The VIPs and members of the procession are invited to refreshments in the executive dining hall. And the second one is that once I return to my seat, as I return, I'm going to request you all to stand, and we're going to sing the national anthem. And please stay standing while the academic procession has left the hall. Please all stand.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Chancellor, I also award the qualifications in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve this congregation of E-University Walter Sisulu.